And Gerard and Matthew and the whole family, they intimated to me that there was much too much good cheer and jollity with all this Christmas business, and they were afraid it was going to get out of hand. So they asked me if I'd come down and read something poignant. So I had this piece, a tribute piece, that I wrote about my brother Mike. So I'd like to read that, and when I finish, I would like to finish with one verse of a song that brother Mike liked. It's kind of a funny Christmas song. Anyway, this piece is called The Loneliness of the Labor Day Sunday. Some of you will remember The Loneliness of the Long Distance Runner, so I borrowed the title. Comes the Sunday drive to Ardsley, leaving Manhattan, crisp and sparkling in early September sunshine. Driving north on up to Macy Park, where the docks on the little lake are started askiddle by the barbecue people setting up for the holiday lunch, oblivious to the sculpture almost at their elbows, in memory of the great hunger, tragic in all its extraordinary beauty. While James Taylor on the radio strums Will You Go Lassie Go, his soulful version of a song much favoured by my last surviving brother and son, or so legend tells us, in tribute to any regular or employee at the Lion's Head bar in the village, who was so inconsiderate as to die and leave the others bereft of company. To hear it now is consolation and a tearing at the heart, tailor-made for this day following the death of our brother Michael, who left us on Saturday, San Francisco time, in the early hours to move on up and join our father and mother, our brothers and our sister in the great vibration. Mike would join in with my Juanita in his growling and inimitable baritone, or maybe he would sing the anniversary song in a voice left over from a time when we didn't spend half our lives looking over our shoulders and watching the watchers. A time when we could make a joke and not worry about the lawsuit, which these days is sure to follow. A voice left over, yes indeed. Mike almost outlived his time, but didn't. Living just long enough to set a bad and therefore a really good and irreverent example, and best of all, to leave a legacy rich in stories. Talk about a pregnant pause, what? A legacy rich in stories, some real, some invented, and therefore all the more real, since the storyteller must never ever allow the facts to get in the way of the truth. And that was our brother Michael, who worked all his life without a break from age 13, who always kept faith with his wife, his children, his brothers, his friends, and his roots, and died on Labor Day weekend, who danced the whole lifetime with the one that brought him, never forgot where he came from, but summoned at will a world of fabulous fiction for the sake of all our entertainers. And another one. And we loved him for it, for all of it, for his fact and for his fiction, and most of all, for the truth of his invention. And that was our brother Michael. And there was a Christmas song, a Spike Milligan song he used to sing, a silly song. I'm walking backwards for Christmas across the Irish Sea. I've tried walking sideways and walking to the front, but some people say it's just a publicity stunt. I'm walking backwards for Christmas to prove that I love you. Thank you.